So, hello and welcome to LNTV Liberia Live. We are here with three distinguished officials of the government, and they'll be telling us more about the special cabinet meeting here that was held at the president's residence. So, we go firstly to the cabinet, that's the Director General of the cabinet, to give us an update about this entire special cabinet. Welcome.
Thank you very much, and thank you for having me. But I think the foreign minister and the Liberia permanent representative of the UN will speak more about it. All I did was to coordinate this very important cabinet meeting that was held on the roles and responsibility of Liberia as the newest member of the Security Council.
Okay, so what were all discussed with the exception of the newest being the newest member on the Security Council? What else was discussed?
Achieving this is no mean feat. It comes with a lot of responsibility. It also comes with the need to spend a lot of resources, for us to achieve our goals, that were set, for this particular role that we are playing. So all the issues, that we needed to discuss to ensure that we leverage this opportunity for our country in terms of development and also in terms of global peace, were discussed. And the foreign minister and Mr. Brown, who is Liberia permanent representative in the UN, actually did excellently in terms of how they brought the issues up and our rules, respective rules and responsibility, to ensure that we get the best out of this opportunity.
Okay, so let's go to Mr. Brown now. So we have the foreign minister here, Madam Sara Beysolow Nyanti. Welcome to ELBC. Welcome to LNTV. So tell us, I know last Tuesday, Liberia made history by winning the seat. And since then, what are the, mechanisms now that Liberia have, to make a mark at the UN Security Council?
Today's cabinet meeting was primarily to discuss how we organize ourselves as an administration to ensure that our representation on the seat yields the desired result in terms of how we put forth the issues that are critical and important to the national agenda and to Liberia's national priorities. As you know, our foreign policy is anchored on our domestic policy and making sure that as a cabinet, all of us understand the roles and responsibilities and what this means for us as an administration. So today's cabinet meeting was about that and making sure that we mark out the immediate next steps, noting that important point for us to be aware of is that Liberia starts to observe the council this year. The work starts now. So it's a 2-year tenure on the council, but the work is a 3-year full work agenda. And so the work starts from July, really. And so we're organizing ourselves to make sure that we put our best foot forward.
So media Liberians have been asking, you already have a representative at the UN. Will you now have another person at the seat level for Liberia when Liberia begins to, take part into making decisions at the permanent seat?
So ideally, the country is represented by its president, ideally.
Okay.
Noting that the president cannot be everywhere. The president has the Minister of Foreign Affairs.
Okay.
It cannot be everywhere. So noting that, the Minister of Foreign Affairs manages a system for representation of the president in different countries. At the UN, we have a representative for that. So there's regular work that happens every single day in New York, ensuring that we're represented at the different committees of the UN within the General Assembly, and we're addressing issues as they come up within the UN body, the General Assembly. With the work for the UN Security Council, it requires different skill sets and it requires additional capacity. This is where Liberia will be holding the file for some issues. Liberia will be the one responsible to lead some critical agenda points for the world. And Liberia will have to have a dedicated team to manage information coming from the Security Council. We're talking about global Peace and Security Information classified documents. Resolutions will be drafted by Liberia. So it will require a lot of skills and capacity. That is the essence of all the discussions we had today. And those are the discussions will continue. And it's a work in progress. We're making sure that we are fully capacitated. The permanent rep to the UN will oversee Liberia's representation to the UN, including the Security Council. But the team will work under the firm rep. There'll be times where the foreign minister will sit at the Security Council for critical decisions, and there will be 1 month where President Joseph Mabota will actually sit as president of the UN Security Council.
So, looking at Liberia, looking at the critical issues in Liberia, where if you have the opportunity to maybe make decisions there, will you be also looking at some of the smaller issues in Liberia to bring in the issues of maybe youth unemployment and other issues to the table?
I'm glad you used that example because youth peace and security is one of our key priorities that we campaign on. We campaign on peace and security, youth peace and security, youth unemployment falls within the gamut of peace and security. And we will be working on that. And we will be working on that not just from the level of discussions in New York, but on the ground, working with the Ministry of Youth and Sports, working with the Ministry of Internal Affairs to ensure that the perspective of Liberia youth is taken to the chambers of the Security Council.
Okay, so let's now go to Liberia permanent representative to the UN, Honorable Louis Brown. Welcome to LNTV.
Thank you. Thank you for having me.
Okay, that's it. Oh, yeah, you go.
Oh, you there?
Yeah, we're there. So now you have a huge tax. You have a huge tax at the UN. Now Liberia has been elected, to be a non-permanent member on the UN Security Council. Let's begin with your role. What is your role at the UN?
To represent the country through the Minister of Foreign Affairs, as she has just clearly enunciated, to represent the President, to represent our country as best as possible.
So this special cabinet meeting was all about having strategies and mechanisms put in place, to whatsoever. So now the seat is there. Will you be assisted by some people, or will it just be like only you representing Liberia?
Well, Liberia won the seat.
Uh-huh.
The government led today, led by the President, the executive, which is by law, has the authority as the architect of the country's foreign policy. So today, the executive branch of the government, led by the President's cabinet, were honored to be invited as a permanent representative, and provided an opportunity for the executive to look ahead. The campaign is over.
Yeah.
Now we must deliver on promises. The rest of the world is looking at us. The president wanted every member of his cabinet to understand this is a new day for the country. And I'm sure the president in his own time will make this a message to the entire country. The world now sees us differently. We are a higher, more prestigious place in the world. It is important that we understand this about ourselves. The world now trusts us. We have to trust ourselves. So the government was led by the president, was really looking ahead. What do we need to do? Beginning now. Don't wait until July 1 before you start to plan for what has to happen. So the government started a good planning process. I was really honored to be a part of it. It was very detailed. The cabinet was extremely engaged. Good thoughts and ideas came about as to what to do. We have to be more creative. We have to think more innovatively. And we have to set our sights much higher development of our.
So now people are saying, is it all about Liberia, Liberians, or is all about the Unity Party winning the seat? Because it is like, okay, the previous government started it, and now the Unity Party is taking glory of this entire thing. So is it about Liberia, or is it about the Unity Party government winning the seat?
You heard me from the very onset. And
Okay.
the president opened this meeting today,
Okay.
re-emphasizing that this is a new day for Liberia. Liberia won this seat. I am not a partisan of the party, but I am a Liberian. Credit to the president. He honored me with the rare privilege to represent our country. This is a victory for Liberia. All of us need to see it. All of us need to use this moment that is rare in our history to come together now, to work to build a bigger, better country for all of us. This is an opportunity the country must not miss. Let's not draw it down into partisanship politics. Let's not find reason to divide ourselves on this very big historic victory for our country. The president deserves all the credit. Like I said, he did not have to appoint Minister Sara Beysolow Nyanti as Minister of Foreign Affairs. He did not have to appoint me as permanent representative to the United Nations. It is credit to him that he did, that he's looking for Liberians, irrespective of their political affiliation, to contribute to the country. This was a testament to him. Let us continue to do this. And this was his message. If I took anything from this cabinet meeting, it is that Liberia has an opportunity. Let us not miss it. And this came directly from the president himself.
So we are taking leave of you now. What your party comment?
To all Liberians everywhere, I know we will not leave our politics anytime soon. It is a part of our DNA. But the truth today is that the world now sees us differently.
Okay.
The question we must answer is, are we ready to see ourselves differently?
Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
Really, my pleasure.
Thank you ever so much. You listen to the voice of the that's Liberia's permanent representative to the UN, Louis Brown, who did speak to the foreign minister herself, Sara Beysolow Nyanti, and the Director General of the Cabinet, Nathaniel Kwabo, giving us an update of the special cabinet meeting that was held at the president's residence here in rehab community of Painesville. My name is Vasta Talu. Thank you for following. Thank you so much.